Thanks for the light. Who could that be this morning? Mm. Got 5 viewers. Good morning, people. Top of the morning, quick session. Talk to me. Yeah, boy. So what everybody got going on? Off day, chilling. You know, 9 people. Hit the like button. It's free. It is free. So what everybody doing this morning? Everybody eat breakfast yet? Hit the like button. Where my dogs at? Anywho, beautiful Thursday morning. Can't complain. All praise to the Most High. Waking me up to see another day. Everybody feel blessed like that. Everybody blessed like that, huh? Good morning, people. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I look rough. So what? How's everybody doing? People coming in here. Hey, talk to me. Talk to me. What's everybody doing this morning? Blessed to be alive. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. It's free. What's up? Hit the like button. It's free. Top of the morning. Hold on, I was in the process of doing something. Hold on. Hit the like button. All right, cool. What's happening? Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Defo, not Macy. What's up? If that's how you say it, what's up? Appreciate it. Appreciate it. How y'all doing this morning? Y'all good? God bless y'all to be alive this morning. Put an amen in it. If you happy that God bless you to wake up this morning and see another day, say amen in the chat. You know, without him, nothing is possible. First and foremost. Hey Felicia. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing? But anywho, what's the next? Okay, that's good. That's good. Glad you're doing good. Glad you're doing okay, rather. You know, take this shit off my goddamn head. Yeah. 8 people, only 2 likes. Hit the like button. Like, comment, subscribe. Whatever, whatever, whatever. Yeah, my shit look rough. So what? Good morning, good morning. Okay, doing okay. Jamari. Yeah, you too. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I gotta take my damn hair out, boy. My shit looking rough, boy. Yep, just a quickie, you know what I'm saying? A little quick little smoky section, you know what I'm saying? God dang it. That's funny. I won a fishing tournament today. And now I'm a master. I'm a fishing master. That's what's up. That's funny. That's funny. 3 likes, 3 likes. Let's run it up. Let's run it up. Let's run it up. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. It's big free. Big free. Like, but anyway, what everybody got going on this morning? Anybody at work? Anybody having a day off? Anybody spending the day with the kids? You know, I mean, spending time with your significant other or something. I mean, did you make breakfast for your significant other? Did y'all make sure they had to work today? Did they go to work in a good, happy mood? Vice versa, man or female, you know? Did you make your partner feel good this morning before they leave the house and make sure they had an awesome day? Good morning, Maury. How are you doing? Anybody cook good breakfast for their spouse, significant other, boyfriend, whatever, girlfriend? Did you send them off to work with some good expectations for today? You know? Did anybody get a good promotion at work? Anything? Share your good news. What's today? Thursday? More people come in here. We'll start a positive segment of giving people their flowers. Good morning, Maury. We're gonna do this every Thursday. Thursday Flower Day. Maury, I'm gonna start by you. Don't worry about nothing. We giving your flowers. You go hard in the paint for your community. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. So we giving your flowers starting out. You the only one in here. We gonna give you your flowers first. Oh shit! Shit. You send him off happy, or he must be off today. So here, top of the morning, OG. Oh, he was more than happy. Got breakfast in sped, huh? He done got. No, I'm off today, buddy. I'm off today. I'm just gonna be on here for a little bit. Not much. Just off today. What about yourself, Sahir? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Be holding out like the NBA lockout. You got a man, don't be holding out on. And last night, damn. Damn. Ain't you lucky? That's what's up, Shahir. I'm glad you're doing good, brother. Got you. Damn, Maury got some this morning and last night. Shit. I hear you. See, when you do good deeds, you get great rewards. Look how happy she is this morning, y'all. Well, she got it last night. She got it so good last night. She had to get up this morning and make breakfast. Hey, I mean, I wouldn't say master. I say the provider or the head host. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody no master. Cause I ain't nobody's slave. And I don't have no slaves. Mm-hmm. Hey, you did your part. How did you stream in the truck? Nah, this is like my safe piece, like my go to thing. Plus it's cold. I was gonna stand outside and do it, but it's really windy and you know my kids be running around, be yelling on the games and shit. So yeah, house crowded, but this is my safety. This is my safety spot. This is like my therapy spot. You feel what I'm saying? If it was warm outside, I'd be sitting on a picnic table. But anywho, what you got going on today? It's whatever. It's whatever. These are called car. In fact, let's do car confessions. What is something that nobody know? Never mind, don't do that because it's YouTube. People can go back and read that shit. Never mind. We're not doing all the personals. Where all right, where is it somewhere? Where is everybody's dream vacation spot or dream place to visit? Even if it's on vacation or just to go see it. He might not be the master, but he is the head of the house. Yeah, yep, see, yeah. That's better. You're learning. You're learning. You're learning. You're learning, man. Oh, shit. Still feel tired, boy. It don't matter if you people come in and watch this or comment, whatever. My view's still going up. And I was wondering why my views would going up. Cause my shit goddamn was still on private. So now my shit's on public so y'all can go watch my videos. So where's everybody dream vacation? I want to go somewhere tropical like Fiji or Bora Bora or something like that. But outside that, I wouldn't mind going to Greece. I wouldn't mind going to Paris, Spain, things like that. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind at all. Yeah, yeah. I want to share. I'm getting older in life. I want to travel and see some things before, my time expire. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do right, man. Damn, everybody damn left me. Ain't that bad. Anyway, anywho. But, you know, all right, so I was watching the video last night. Do you think anybody in here do people really think that people just can't just be platonically friends with the opposite sex? I mean, being friends, like that's your road dog type shit, or that's whatever. No judgments. Always there when you need them. They not wanting you for that. You not wanting them for that. It's just a brother sister friendship. Do you think in your age or in this world today people can be just friends with no attachments at all? And my personal opinion is yes, especially if you know that you don't want to mess that up with that person. So I want to know, can people be platonically friends without no crossing, no boundaries, no lines, no nothing? Because if you think about it, if it was meant to be, it will be. But sometimes as you get older, you start to see people and then you be like, nah, I don't want to mess with that person because I don't want to mess up what we have. Do people think like that, or do that happen? Gotti, what do you do in your free time? Man, I'm not working. I'm either on the laptop in applications to get into my career field, or I'm doing something around the house. Like, I mean, I like playing video games, but I don't do that much now because I got other things that I got to do. What are some of your hobbies, brother? But yeah, do people think that you can be platonically friends with the opposite sex? And and can you handle it if you was in a relationship with somebody that was friends with somebody and they never had sex? Matter of fact, let's open it up just a little bit further. Could people be platonically friends with people after they done had relations with them? And as for yourself, could you be with somebody that still has a friendship with somebody that your partner that had a relationship before you? It don't matter it don't matter how many years. Can you honestly say to yourself that you could be okay with your spouse being friends with somebody that he or she had a prior relationship with, even though they wasn't together, but they were together? Right now, if I have time, I spend it with my wife or friends on YouTube live streams, on like a lot from YouTube streams. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, spending time with the wife definitely come first, and then the YouTube friends. Unless she's at work or so. So yeah, let's spice that. Yeah, come on, share this. Share this. I want everybody. I want a lot of people in the room so we can talk about this. Cause I was watching the video and that treed my mind from some of the shit that I heard, the answers that I heard. That's a great question this morning. That's a great question. That is a great question. That is a great question. Can people still be friends with? Come on, you missing it. You missing it. I'm doing my podcast stuff right now. Or my interview and stuff. Asking questions. Listen, I asked earlier, can people be platonic friends with the opposite sex. Then part two of that question was, can you be with somebody that is friends with somebody? If all right, so the part two of it is, if you had a man that was with someone before you, they never was like in a relationship, they were just friends with benefits, right? And you're with that person. Could you be adult enough to still let them have a friendship with each other, even though that he told you that they messed around before in the past? And men and women handle that shit. Let's check insecurities. Yes. Let me see. Do we got Q&A thing pop back up yet? Mm-mm-mm. What's up, Pierre? I mean, that's how it goes. You going at some point you gonna get attached. But if you set the boundaries where nobody gets attached, then y'all move on, and you with somebody, and you honest with that person about what happened for them, and you say that y'all always remain friends. It was nothing else serious. Y'all always remain friends. Do you think that's part? Do you think you could be okay with that if your man said that or had that going on? Pure, hope everything's good. And then my part one is, can you just be friends with somebody platonically if y'all have relations with each other? I feel like you can. You can be friends with the opposite sex platonically without even having sex. Cause some things are just deeper than other shit. You feel what I'm saying? Some things are just deeper than other shit scenarios. Like realistically, you ain't supposed to sleep with everything you see or every person you encounter in life. Oh shit, my brother come up here. Good morning.
There's my man. Man, we into some deep shit this morning.
Yeah, I want to figure out. So I just want to know what people thought.
So
Can people be platonically friends, opposite sex, without even having no sexual relations with no relationships with them?
if they were a couple once or just in general.
No, just the first part of this one is just in general.
Okay.
In general, like prime example, like y'all just been friends, like y'all never thought about having sex with each other. Y'all just hung out, everything cool. Can that even exist in this world today?
Good morning, Mari. I think it is. I've had ladies that I've been friends with, and And it's just, I think it's different for guys because guys, our brains work completely different. You know what I mean? We think about sex probably
Mhm.
100 times a day. So it's a little bit different, for a guy, I think, than it is for a woman, um, because we are sexually driven. I feel like, but
Shit, I know.
I've
So I
had.
know some girls that were sexually driven too.
Oh yeah, no, oh, definitely, no. There's definitely women that are as well, but I think it's our makeup that. But I've had ladies in my life that I've just been friends with and almost look at them like a sister and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Never really felt you know any you know any sexual desire. But like I said, we're guys. You see a woman, a woman. It's kind of like it's going to enter a guy's mind for real. Man, I wonder what that'd be like. But as quick as it as quick as it's there, it's gone, and it's not something that you actively pursue. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Guys' minds are always going to think like that. You know what I'm saying? um
Hmm.
but women, on the other hand, I think it's completely
It's
um
more emotional for them.
exactly. So a woman falls in love emotionally. That's why when a man cheats, the first thing a woman asks, it's not about the like a guy, it's all about the sexual act. For a woman, it's like, do you love her? Because that's what the difference is. It's when a woman's cheated on, she feels like she's been emotionally destroyed. Whereas a man, it's our pride. It's all about the physical aspect of it. Um,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
but I think it's
Goes.
possible for women to have male plutonic, because if they don't feel that emotional connection, then there's that sexual desire is not going to follow. You feel me? Whereas a guy, it's that physical connection, and then the emotional connection comes after that. It's funny how God wired
Right.
us. He wired us so different. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Sad man. What's up, brother?
Sad
Okay,
man,
so
what's up?
that's good. That's a great response. I like that. Like that. That's real shit. All right. So my next part to that question was how if you let's reverse that and say you and that person have had relations with each other and you you move on, you get your girlfriend, do you think you can still be friends with that person, or do you think that your spouse will be okay with you being friends with that person? Even if you being honest. Or you met a girl that had a thing going on with somebody for some months, and then wasn't in a relationship, but she in a relationship with you, right?
Right.
But they still friends on a friendship level.
I think once you've crossed that Rubicon, and you've had,
Like
because
that.
let's face it, sexually, that's a whole different level. You've connected with somebody on a much deeper level once you've been romantically involved with them than you would be on a plutonic level. So first of all, if I'm with
Right.
somebody else, I'm not going to hold on to any relationships that are going to jeopardize my current relationship, because that's not fair to the person I'm with currently. To put them under that kind of, that's more than, out of respect for them. But I honestly feel like once you've crossed that threshold and you've been romantic with somebody, um, it's maybe it's possible, but it's a whole different level because you connected on a much deeper level, and it's hard once you've connected on that deeper level to go back up to just a plutonic level. You know what I mean? Um,
Yep.
so that's why, and it's, I don't hold any ill feelings or whatever, but it's like, hey, we had our thing, it didn't work, you know. So let's just go about our ways, and I wish you well, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? What's your feelings on it?
I feel you. I feel. I mean, I feel like to each his own. I feel like you gotta think about like some people be disrespectful in manner. You feel what I'm saying? So some people live by what's good for the goose, good for the gander type of thing. You
Yeah.
know. But me knowing me, I'm also a person that is gonna reassure you that I don't want that person. I'm just being honest with you. But if you can't handle the honesty, then I don't need to be honest with you at this point. But you know, teach
But
his
a part
own.
of that, but a part
Me
of that on,
personally, me
but a part
personally,
of that.
for
Go
I
ahead.
can't say. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and that's a great point, but on the other side of that, it's not necessarily always about just how you feel. You may have closed that chapter, but that other person
Oh,
may
I'm gonna
not
think
have.
about how she feels, but I wouldn't jeopardize like my relationship over that. I'll
Right.
be like, listen, I talk to you when I talk to you. You feel some kind of way. I like this one. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna have to
Right.
be friends from a distance. See you when I see you, I
Facts.
talk to you when I talk to you. But
Right.
you
Right.
calling me, texting me every day, can't happen.
Right.
Or you will be blocked.
There you go.
You will be blocked.
And that's what because I,
'Cause
I I did. We're talking about this experience, and I did try that at one time, and I had moved on, and you know she said she had moved on. It was mutual ending of it and stuff, and then I was dating somebody else, and then you know I thought everything was good and all that, but then she was like trying to sabotage my relationship I was in now because she still had some of those feelings that were deeper. You know what I mean? And
right,
and that's
right.
when I
It'd
was
be like
like,
it like that too.
yeah,
Hold on, let me see. If you, I think if you had a relation with someone and it didn't work out, you shouldn't hold a grudge and try to remain mutual friends. I mean, I agree with that, but some people do hold grudges. At least be respectful to each other. You got to be at least best. If not, my mom and them say if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. Just keep it moving once things are over. I agree with you. If you guys know a person whom you are so attached, but she is having more vicious, what step do you take, guys? Shit, do you? She doing her. Might as well do you. Ain't no point of sitting around being sad. I'm just be. You want the if you want the honest, you want the godly honest. Move around, player. If she having relations, if you to that person, but she's out here doing other things with other people, being promiscuous with other people other than you, boy, I move around, boy. Stop answering that phone. Stop texting that hoe. God, excuse me. Let me take that back. Stop texting that female, that not female. Leave her alone.
yeah, because
Focus on yourself, King.
she's.
That's all I can say.
I mean, people like you're saying, people show you who they are. If they're running
Damn
around
sure do.
trolleying around and stuff, is that someone you really want to be with anyway? Yeah, you might be physically attracted to her, but that's not what the relationship should be based on, and because that's doomed to fail from the get-go if that's what it's based on anyway. You know what I mean?
If you got, yeah, that's definitely your sign to move on. Some people don't. Some people don't move on though. You know what I'm saying? They don't move on because they feel like that's the best it's gonna get for them. No, it's not. You haven't moved around yet. You can go outside of where you're from. Trust and believe the world has more to offer than what you got or you just had. I'm telling you. Right. And then it be messed up because then you looking at the shit like, well, damn, it wasn't really my fault that did the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting blamed from the last person's mistakes, and like obviously you ain't even healed from whatever you going through.
Facts. That's you hit the word right
So
there, and that's what happens is
and
people they get out of relationships. Yep.
that's when I just like listen. I like you as a person. I enjoy all this, whatever. But you still battling something that I can't heal for you. So I'm gonna kindly just
Right.
remove myself from this before it gets way too deep because I feel like you holding on so much from your last is gonna make me resent you in the future because we gonna be arguing all the time because you gonna be throwing up things that he did to you on me. And I'm not a projectile missile. You just ain't gonna throw shit over here. So you go get it.
Saying it ain't gonna last, man. If you walking into a relationship and you're instantly playing therapist, shit ain't gonna last. Let's be honest with it. They're carrying baggage, and everybody does to some degree. But that's like when I got divorced, my first marriage, man, I was alone for 13 years because I
Yeah,
had to figure out what I did wrong in the relationship, how I could fix that, how I could be a better person, this, that, and the other. I was alone for 13 years before I met my wife now, and we just happened to meet by happenstance. And her and I, that's what drew me to her. She was the same way. She had gotten divorced. She was alone for a long time, trying to figure out her stuff and because that's what it's about. Because if you're bringing unhealed issues into another relationship, you're just going into another failed relationship.
just at that point, you just always gonna be alone,
What's that?
alone and unhappy. You always gonna be alone and unhappy. All right, let's see. Peer
That's
your
the
thought
key, though.
about
That's the
that.
key right there, Gotti. Is you need a person needs to learn how to be alone and happy. They need to be happy with themselves because unless you're truly happy with yourself, you're never going to find happiness in
Yep.
a relationship because you're always going to exhaust that
Nope.
person looking for the happiness in something else. Until you learn to be happy with yourself, you're never truly going to be happy with somebody else.
Right. All right, hold on. So here said you have more divorce ratio as compared to Asian countries. What's the reason? The reason is nowadays people just there for the money. Because most states in United States are 50-50 states where if you get married, it don't matter what you accumulated before her unless you have a prenup. And sometimes them shits is hard to fight because or put out there in the court. Because if you in a 50-50 state, whatever you came in with, where she came with, all that shit get divided equally. The house, time with the kids, if you have kids together, and she about to get a goddamn paycheck. And I really think a lot of people don't. I mean, some people I know that be married for a long time. A lot of people are just so in a rush to find love. They don't take their time to slow down to get to know someone and make the right decisions. Everybody go off of emotion, I guess, or lackluster of or some shit. Like it just don't make sense. But the divorce rates are high because people, some people just talk to get the money. Love them, love
Sharif,
money.
Sharif asked a great question too. So, and this was what I've seen in my many years on earth too. So what the cause of my first divorce was what I see happening to a lot of couples. So we got married young. So I stopped doting on my wife, so focused on being a dad. That became everything, everything. And let's face it, like my stepkids now, they're my kids, but they understand their mom comes first. They are, and then they said growing up that gave them so much comfort, seeing how much I love their mom, knowing that I had her back. So a big problem is young couples have children and they focus so much on being the best mom and dad, they forget how to be the best husband and wife they can. So what happens is the kids grow up, or years down the road, the kids are becoming more independent. The mother and or the husband and the wife look at each other and it's like, who the fuck are you? You know what? We're you know what? It's like you wake up next to a stranger. Um, and I didn't have any ill feelings towards her. We had just grown apart, so far apart, and we tried to bridge the gap, but we had grown so far apart that we grew, became so
Right.
wide that it was just, it was like we couldn't bridge that gap. We didn't There were no hard feelings because, as always, our daughter was our first priority, so we put her first. And um there was never any dispute about money or any of that. I took care of my daughter. So I see that
That's
happening
real
to
man
a
shit.
lot of people, man. I see that happening to a lot of people. You know, can you hear me? Okay, Gotti.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sharif said can't hear me.
So how long were you married to your
Didn't hear
wife?
what you were talking. Hear how long you were married? My first wife and I were together for 12 years before we were married for 12 years before we got divorced. And we still, we don't like call and just, talk and all that stuff. We contact each other because she's remarried as well. So we contact each other when it has anything to do with my daughter. Like when my daughter got married, everything's very cordial, but we don't just chit chat on the side or whatever, because I'm not married to her anymore. My focus is my wife, my relationship. So I know you said you didn't hear me. Just a quick surmise on that. I think what causes a lot of divorces in the States today is young couples get married, they have children too soon. They focus on being the best mom and dad they can, but they forget how to be husband and wife. They grow apart, and the bridge becomes so large that one day they wake up and they can't the divide. They can't bridge that divide. So never stop dating your wife. Never stop wooing your wife.
Yep.
Never stop being the best husband or the best wife that you can be. Your spouse should be number one. And the kids get so much of their comfort and everything with what they see from their mom and dad. You know, um, so that's just my opinion on that. So
Hell
thank you,
yeah.
Sad Man.
That's
I
hey,
appreciate that.
hey, great words, great words. Yeah, you got at the end of the day, it don't matter what happens in life. You're a man, you got to do what you gotta do.
Yep.
regardless if you and that person can make it work, the kids, whatever. Like I said, once you get married to somebody, mom, shit, mom, even in the Bible it says, wife come before mom, children.
Yes. Yes.
So they will have to, they like that's automatic understand. But a lot of a lot of people get on the net like for me, I went through one relationship when before I even had kids. But it did make me want to have kids. So I'm glad I have kids. A damn show should have damn waited and picked the right partner I could have been with for the rest of my life at least. But I mean, we was together for a while before we split after we had a kid. So
Right.
learning lessons. But that first one before I ever had kids, well, she broke my ass. I ain't want to date nobody that had kids.
Yeah.
No sir. Done beat the baby daddy up and everything. Sup. Damn. Morning.
And it's a testament, like,
Thank
my
you. Thank you, sad
stepkids,
man.
will
Yeah.
they'll say that to this day, and I most people don't ever hear me say stepkids because they're my kids in my heart. They're my kids. I would lay my life down for them. I would do anything for them. And but they said one of the greatest comforts they had growing up, because they resented me when their mom and I first got together. Uh,
Of course.
you know, and so looking at it, sorry, my wife was texting me. So looking at it, they're like, looking back, they saw how much I love their mom, and they realized that I wasn't going anywhere, that I was there, and that's the most important thing. They were worried about their mom being hurt, and they said the fact that I put their mom first and foremost gave them the greatest sense of comfort, and that's how they grew to love me. Um, so it is. Kids look at, you may think you're hiding the fighting and the fact that, you can't stand to be in the
You
same
can't
room.
hide nothing.
No, kids are not stupid, man. They understand, and they feel your love for one another. When you love your wife and your wife loves you, your kids feel that love. They sense that love. That love is comfort and security to them. So if you think you're fooling them, by putting a smile on, kids feel that disdain. They feel that dislike. They feel that those negative feelings. Just because you're smiling doesn't mean they don't feel what you're really feeling. Um, so
Right.
yeah, I mean, I say that over and over again. Men, love your wives. Never stop dating your wives. I wake up every day and ask myself, what can I do to be a better husband and to be a better father? And I honestly do. As goofy as that sounds, I wake up every day and ask myself, what can I do to be a better husband? You know, and I know my wife does the same thing. And that's what makes this thing that we have so beautiful. So what do I know?
Hmm.
I'm just some old crotchety 50 some year old dude.
Now you giving life lessons. That's real talk, man. Shit. You can't do nothing but respect it.
I appreciate that, homie. Speaking of my beautiful wife, she's texting me, so I probably ought to jump off here and go see what she, because I can't read the
All right, go
text.
handle your business, man.
All right. Love all
Handle your
you guys,
business,
man. I'll
dog.
I'll talk
Appreciate
to you guys
something.
all soon. All right, man.
We love you back, brother. That's my brother Pierce. So, like you said, just be the best person you can be for the person that you want to be with. Don't be out here, just going day to day just playing with people's emotions. You feel what I'm saying? All right, so here, have a good day. Yeah, Pierre is great, man. He is great. He is great. Yeah. Hey, you good, man. Hey, enjoy your prayer, man. Enjoy your prayer, brother. Nice to hear, most definitely. You're always welcome. Always welcome. So what everybody else got going on? I'm about to go get my day started. Hey, that was a good conversation this morning. I really enjoyed that. That was good. So with that being said, if you really like the person that you with, hold on to them, love them. All the things in the past, let it go. People that's new in your life don't do what other people have done in your life. So we can't hold other people accountable for that. We just got to move a little bit different within ourselves to see how genuine and real people are being in front of us. Because a lot of people do that, but then as soon as they get what they want, they change up. Trust me, I've been on the receiving end of both, but it's about everything else. So if you love somebody, hold on to them, regardless. Make it work. Every argument shouldn't be get pissed off with the small shit. Cause them just small problems. Shouldn't get mad. Should just be loving each other. Point blank period. Just love each other. It ain't that hard. It's not that hard. If you got trust issues, go counseling. Go work out your trust issues. But appreciate y'all coming to mess with me today. Probably be back on live tomorrow. But later on, I'm trying to get as many hours in. I ain't trying to do the 2 hours, and I'm doing at my pace. So, but I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.